afternoon to have it curl. Come on, let's have a stroll.
All right, that's enough. Cut along there.
Steerforth, this is Copperfield.
And what do you think you're doing here, Traddles?
Well,
Mr. Creakle's looking for you.
Why? What for?
You've been drawing skeletons again, haven't you? All over your Latin grammar.
Oh, Lord. Is he going to beat me?
Of course he's going to beat you. You better hurry along, otherwise it'll be 12 strokes instead of 6.
Oh, thanks, Steerforth. Bye, Copperfield.
Well now, young Copperfield. What money have you got?
7 shillings, sir.
You better give it to me to take care of. At least you can if you like. You needn't if you don't like.
Thank you, sir.
Would you like to spend anything now?
No, thank you, sir.
You can if you like, you know. Just say the word.
No, sir.
Well, perhaps you'd like to spend a shilling or so on a bottle of currant wine up in the bedroom. You belong to my bedroom.
Yes, please, sir. I'd like that very much.
Good. You'll be glad to spend another shilling or two on almond cakes, I dare say.
Yes, please, sir.
And another on biscuits. And another on fruit, eh?
Yes, sir. I'm very fond of biscuits.
I say, young Copperfield, you're going it a bit, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, we must make it stretch as far as we can. And don't worry about your money. I'll take good care of it.
Why is he always drawing skeletons?
Gives him comfort. Reminds him that one day he'll be dead, and a skeleton himself.
Why should that give him comfort?
Well, he knows that old Creakle won't be able to beat him then. Quite the reader, ain't you, Davy?
Yes, I like stories.
I bet you read well. Out loud, I mean. That voice of yours. I tell you what, you can read out to me if you like. And we'll start tomorrow night with this one. The Arabian Nights, all right?
If that's what you want, sir, yes.
Call me Steerforth. And don't worry. If anything goes wrong, I'll look after you, Copperfield. Remember that.
Thank you, sir. You're very kind. I'm much obliged.
You haven't got a sister, have you?
No, sir.
Well, that's a pity. If you had one, I should think she'd have been a pretty little bright-eyed sort of a girl. I should have liked to know her. Good night, young Copperfield.
Good night, sir.
Silence, Mr. Steerforth!
Silence yourself.
Sit down.
Sit down yourself.
If you think, Steerforth, I have not observed you urging your juniors on to every sort of outrage against me, you are mistaken.
Well, I don't give myself the trouble of thinking about you at all, Mr. Mell. And so I'm not mistaken, as it happens.
And when you make use of your position of favoritism to insult a gentleman...
A what? Where is he?
Shame, Steerforth. Too bad.
Hold your tongue, Traddles. To insult one who is not fortunate in life, Mr. Steerforth, and who never gave you the least offence. You commit an action that is both base and mean.
I always thought you a beggar. Now I see that you're an impudent beggar.
Mr. Mell, you've not forgotten yourself, I hope.
No, sir, no, I've not forgotten myself, Mr. Creakle. I've remembered myself just in time.
all this?
He was talking about favourites.
Favourites? Who's talked about favourites?
He did. Mr. Mell.
And pray, sir, what did you mean by it?
I meant what I said, Mr. Creakle. No pupil has the right to avail himself of his position of favouritism to degrade me.
To degrade you, sir? Give me leave to ask, when you talked of favourites, whether you showed proper respect to me. To me, sir! The principal of this establishment and your employer.
It was not judicious, Mr. Creakle, sir. I'm willing to admit that.
Then he said I was mean, sir. And then he said I was base. And then I called him a beggar. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that, sir. But I did, and I'm willing to take the consequences.
Well, I'm surprised, Steerforth. More than surprised, I must say, that you should attach such an epithet to anyone employed here in Salem House.
Let him deny it.
Deny that he's a beggar? Where does he go begging?
Well, if he's not a beggar, his near relation's one. It's all the same.
What near relations? What do you mean?
His mother lives on charity in an almshouse.
Hear what this gentleman says, Mr. Mell. Have the goodness, if you please, to set him right before the assembled school.
He is right, sir, without correction. What he says is true.
How did you discover this?
Copperfield told me.
Copperfield. Copperfield. And how did you find out, Master Copperfield?
I took him there, sir.
Took him where?
To the almshouse when I met him off the coach. My mother cooked his breakfast.
I see. Would you be so good as to declare publicly whether this ever came to my notice until this moment?
I believe not directly, sir.
Why, you know not. You know it, sir.
I assume you never supposed my worldly circumstances to be very good. You know what my position is and always has been here.
It seems, Mr. Mell, that you've been in the wrong position altogether. That you thought this was a charity school. We must part, sir. If you please, and the sooner the better.
There is no time like the present. James Steerforth. The best wish I can leave you is that you may come to be ashamed of what you have done today.
Who's making that noise?
Little Miss Traddles, sir.
Mr. Tungay. A cane, if you please.
A cane, Mr. Creakle.
Come here. I've no patience with a boy that cries. We must teach you to be a man, Master Traddles.
Be a man, Master Traddles.
Bend over, boy.